afternoon, this is Dr. Jill Young, and I am going to go over your week 3 assignments. I'm just going to provide a little bit of clarification for your discussion. Excuse me. For your discussion, you're going to be discussing nonverbal communication in your discussion post. This is due on Saturday. Participation needs to be completed by Wednesday. And basically what you're being asked to do is reflect on communication styles of previous managers, leaders in the organization that you were in. What you want to do on this assignment is focus on how they listened and some of the things in facial expressions, body language, nonverbal cues that indicated whether this person, was positive, negative, knowledgeable, not knowledgeable, seemed like they were interested or uninterested. Any kind of conclusions you can make discussing, these nonverbal cues. So, answer the questions specifically about the situation that you're going to describe that you've experienced. And make sure, if you look at that very last bullet, it says analyze a minimum of 3 outside sources from the internet that are reliable and deal with nonverbal communication. That a manager. So basically you want to do that research too. You're going to talk, really what you're doing is you're thinking back, analyzing the situation that applies, answering the questions about that past experience with the manager that you had, and then doing research and finding, and make sure to use reputable sources. But you're going to go do the research to find some skills, some types of actions that would have helped this person. Whether it was, they were a poor listener. Another thing that I've, heard students say is that a manager can speak a certain way, communicate verbally a certain way, but their body language and facial expressions kind of say the opposite of what they're trying to portray. Things like that. So whatever situation that you bring out, and whatever, when you analyze the situation, whatever you come up with, as far as what their weaknesses were in whatever area, and then find ways they can improve it by doing research on the internet, because there's lots of things, in magazine. You can find things in the library magazine, studies, based on this kind of thing, where you can find information about strategies that can help, the person overcome these problems. So that is what I would like you to do. I'm going to click on the rubric. Now, I know I'm going to sound really repetitive when I say this, but it's okay. I want to drive this home. So if I'm not trying to, bore you with going over this rubric every time, but it's very important. And I'm still seeing issues, so I'm going to keep doing that. The quality of your posts, you need to make sure that you cover every aspect of that assignment, all the questions that are being asked, all the suggestions that are being, the 3 suggestions or strategies that you want to post at the very last bullet. You want to make sure to cover that thoroughly as well. Frequency of responses to classmates, 2 full substantive responses for each classmate. Now, that is the minimum requirement. That doesn't mean, what you got to understand is that a student that goes above and beyond is going to get the most points. These rubrics are created by the university, so they are in every class now, so you're going to run into this each time. So just to clarify, 2 is the minimum. 4, if you want 4 points, you're going to need to respond to, quite frankly, it says more than 2 students and me, so that's a total of 4. So basically, it looks you're getting really a point for each response. This is the way the rubric is set up. I mean, if you want a perfect grade, if that's what you're going for, then it states clearly here what you need to do. The rubrics will always be basically the final word and where your points go. So read these rubrics, study them carefully. Quality of responses to classmates. I'm looking, I pretty much stick to that. And as far as I'm concerned, you give me 2 paragraphs, and then I'll probably give you the points for this. I mean, I don't really, unless your responses don't make any sense or something, or they're really off topic or something like that, where I don't really understand what you're saying, then that's the only way you're going to lose points there. So that is 5 sentences minimum. I mean, I have to draw a line to what a paragraph is in my book, and that is what it is. So make sure to follow that instruction. Reference to supporting readings. Just make sure to cite your sources. Use sources for your responses, and you'll get the full points, the 4 points. If you just use a source for your initial post, you'll get 3. Language and grammar. I know that's self-explanatory. I won't go over that again. Just make sure you proofread carefully. But that is really what you need to do for your discussion assignment. Really, it's pretty straightforward, I think. If you have any questions or concerns, or I'm not addressing something, please let me know. I'll be happy to assist you. So I will, be looking for any emails if you have any questions. I've had some students that did still have some, questions, and there are no bad questions, stupid questions in this class at all, ever. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I think this is an interesting assignment. I hope you enjoy doing it, and I look forward to hearing from you in class. Thanks.